This is Sparta!
Hello everybody, the Lawn Gnome is here.
Gnomes?
Maybe they're friendly. Not friendly. Definitely not friendly.
So you can't get more appropriate for Halloween than a true Halloween family film in Goosebumps. Of course, Goosebumps is based on the book series that was created by R.L. Stine, as well as the television series that came out based on those books. And when I found out that they were going to be making a movie out of Goosebumps, I was very excited, especially when I heard about what the plot was. It was the story of famous author R.L. Stine, of course in this film portrayed by Jack Black in one of his most unique and better performances that I've seen of his at late. And it is the story of a boy who discovers that R.L. Stine has a daughter and he wants to be friends with her, but it turns out that R.L. Stine does not want her to be friends with anybody because of a dark secret that he's holding. And what this boy Zach and his friend Champ do find is that R.L. Stine is in fact the next door neighbor, and he has all of these locked manuscripts of Goosebumps novels. And if one of those books happens to be unlocked, well, you've all seen the trailers, so you know what happens there. I was very excited to see this movie because I read Goosebumps books, I loved the show, and was I expecting this movie to be a true horror fest? Absolutely not, because I remember how Goosebumps books were written. They never truly had great character development. They always had a very outlandish character that usually was alongside the main character. Sometimes there was a love story in there, sometimes there was a monster, sometimes there was a haunted house. But all in all, it was always an entertaining read every single time I opened up one of those books. And there couldn't have been a better way to turn Goosebumps into a movie. I had so much fun with this movie. Is it scary? It is not scary in the slightest. Well, maybe if you brought a 4-year-old to see it, yeah, that kid may end up crying because of a scary monster that they may see to them. But if you actually have a young child that's maybe 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10, or even older than that actually does read Goosebumps books, they're going to have a blast with this movie. This movie is going to go up there with some of the great family Halloween classics ever, like Hocus Pocus, Gremlins, The Nightmare Before Christmas, Casper. It's just such a fun movie. The dialogue is terrible, the story is not the strongest in terms of character development, but a Goosebumps fan is truly going to appreciate it, especially if you have read those books. You're going to see patented R.L. Stine nuances that are found within characters. The pace of the movie is exactly like you're reading a Goosebumps book, and if you know how Goosebumps books end, well, you're not going to be disappointed with how this movie ends. This is a movie I definitely would want to own on DVD and watch again, just because I had so much fun watching this movie, and it also brought out the nostalgia and the little kid in me who remembers sitting curled up on a Saturday afternoon and reading those awesome Goosebumps books. I really had fun with this movie. Not the best movie, but a ton of fun, and definitely something that is worthwhile seeing for with the whole family. Goosebumps can easily get a 2.5 out of 4, but because it unleashed the inner Goosebumps reader and fan in me of the material, I am going to give Goosebumps a 3 out of 4. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. Please put your comment in the box below, and let's have a discussion on Goosebumps if you've seen it. And I'll see you in the next one. Actions speak louder than words.